New York Giants, familiar foes on the biggest stage, about to meet again. The Giants having defeated the Patriots the last 3 times, 2 of them coming at the Super Bowl. Tom Coughlin and his Giants, they've been fearless against the Patriots.
Well, that's right. They're excited about this game for a couple of reasons. One, the Patriots offensive line is beat up. Can they take advantage of that? And they know they have a hot quarterback who's playing very well in Eli Manning.
And Bill Belichick with a lot of roots here in the Giants organization.
New England, it's your choice. Who will call the toss?
Long-time assistant here.
Heads is the call.
Won a couple of Super Bowls.
Field is a salute to
serving under Bill Parcells.
You called heads. The call is heads. It is tails. The Giants have won the toss. You wish to defer. The Giants have won the toss and will defer. You wish to receive. Which direction do you want to kick? Let's switch it around then, please.
So the Giants elect to give the football to Brady and company to open up the game, deferring. Before we get to the game, we want to pause to honor the more than 120 killed and 350 injured in the terror attacks in Paris on Friday. Here and at all NFL stadiums today, we pay respect to the victims.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Friday, the entire world experienced a tragic loss of lives in the terrorist attacks against civilians in Paris. At this time, please stand and join in a moment of silent reflection for the victims, their families, and loved ones. Thank you. As part of the Giants and the NFL's Salute to Service today, we welcome our season ticket holders who are veterans of the military, as well as active members of all branches of the U.S. Armed Forces to unfurl our flag. The Joint Honor Service Guard is presenting our colors. Please remain standing and join, from the Air Force, Senior Master Sergeant Ryan Carson as he sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Powerful scene here and all across the NFL landscape as the victims in France are remembered. Friends, it's good to have you with us. Jim Nantz along, of course, with the Super Bowl MVP quarterback Phil Simms. Patriots running away with their division, AFC East. The Giants lead the NFC East. What is it about the Giants when they've been matched up against the Patriots? They played them tough. They have not been intimidated. And what must they do today against New England.
Well, the guy that leads them, Tom Coughlin, loves to fight. And I think when you play the Patriots, everybody's always a little afraid and careful. That will not be the Giants today. I think they're willing to go out there, take chances. That's what you have to do. Get those big plays to beat one of the best teams in football in the Patriots.
Well, in the NFC East already today, the Redskins win. The Eagles and the Cowboys both dropped their games. Giants on top at 5-4. And heading into their bye after this one, while there's a huge bulge between the Patriots and the Bills and the Jets at 5-4. The Dolphins winners today over Philadelphia on the road. This game is being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. Josh Brown, who's had a good season for the Giants, in fact an outstanding season, hasn't missed a field goal. Had another big kick last week in the win down at Tampa in the late going. And he's going to send it down to Danny Amendola. You always wonder about that decision when you give the Patriots a chance to handle it first. They've scored on their opening drive the last 4 games.
I would think one of the big reasons why they're doing this, Jim, is because of the state of the Patriots offensive line.
The Brown kick travels 7 yards deep and earns a touchback. So Tom Brady, since capping off that 16-0 regular season back in 07 with a win here 38-35, well, since that time again, the Giants have beaten them the last 3 occasions, but Tom's averaging 339 yards a game. He's thrown a couple of touchdowns in every outing this season. That line, the big question that, Phil, you have raised. Fleming starts at left tackle. Gronkowski was really kept in more as a blocker last week in the victory over the Redskins than a receiver threat. They're coming out here now with 3 tights on first down, and the give is to Blunt, who's coming off a 29-carry game against the Redskins. That's pickup of 5, and here's the Giants defense. And this is the second game back for JPP. Pierre Paul making his return last week down to Tampa. Casillas earned a ring last year playing for the Super Bowl winning Patriots, now a Giant. And Merriweather came into the league as a first-round pick for New England back in 2007. Now with his 4th team. 2nd and 5, and once again, right where they left it last week, Blunt, time and time again being called on. First 2 times today. That one picks up 3 into the arms of Casillas.
Well, you talked about that offensive line of the Patriots, and one of the reasons why you always think the Patriots can handle problems with their offensive line is because they're able to run so many different offenses. They can spread it out, they can tighten it up. We've already seen 3 tight ends and 2 tight ends on the first 2 plays.
3rd and 2. Best in the league converting 3rd downs, New England. The Giants next to last in preventing conversions. Bolden's the 3rd down back. Brady has to move out of the pocket, buys the time to find Amendola for the first near the 39-yard line.
Danny Amendola came out of the backfield, goes in motion. Tom Brady has him open. Watch him go across the middle, but doesn't like to take a chance early. Be careful. One thing we talked about the last time we did the New England Patriots, Jim, that Tom Brady moves in the pocket more and outside the pocket more than we've seen in all the past years.
So Gronkowski on a wing to the right, and now he'll move around as Blunt gets the first down handle again, and it's a 5-yard pickup. We've got an update. Back to the studio we go.
Green Bay trying to battle back.
Yeah, watch Aaron Rodgers find from 11 yards out Justin Perillo for this touchdown. They needed a 2-point play to tie it, but watch this great defensive play right here by Cresdon. Butler knocks away from Devontae Adams. Detroit is still just trailing, is winning by 2. But Green Bay just recovered an onside kick, so this game ain't over yet.
Back out to Jim Nance.
Hey, that's what we call play-by-play, Coach Cowher. Well done. 2nd and 5, and Blunt stacked up after a yard, maybe 2.
Well, you see a little difference here. They're feeling their way out in this game. Josh McDaniels, offensive coordinator for the Patriots. Look, you got to be, they're concerned as coaches about this offensive line. So be careful to start the game. Play those extra tight ends and don't put those tackles, Corey Fleming at left tackle and Stork at right tackle. Make it as easy on them as you can until they get a gauge on how they're going to perform against the defensive ends.
They bring in James White along with Bolden. The two backs side by side with Brady on 3rd and 4. And it's Edelman open and another 3rd down conversion. One-on-one coverage by Collins, but Edelman always manages to slip past the defender and get open on occasions like this.
Well, they love to stack the receivers. What does it do? It makes you play a little back as a defensive back, and that's what that time you saw Collins, a safety against Edelman. That is a great matchup for the New England Patriots.
Edelman now with his 58th catch of the season, came in on pace for 114 receptions. Had a 105 catch season a year ago. 1st down here. Now throwing Brady. He's got another completion. It's the 3rd game back for Brandon LaFell, and he's getting better by the week. Had a 100-yard receiving game against Washington. This goes for 12.
Well, they love this. When you're playing the Patriots, if you're going to, on the defensive side, when you're playing pass coverage, what would you do, Jim, when you have JPP on the rush getting double teamed? You got Edelman, you got Gronk, so you want those defensive backs inside. So you're going to get a lot of one-on-one coverages outside. LaFell took advantage of it that time.
Blunt, the running back. As the Patriots have picked up 3 first downs, and they go to Blunt. Double whammy and still going near the 1st. Spun around off of 2 giant collisions.
Well, really a well-orchestrated first drive for the New England Patriots. No surprise, just doing a little bit of everything, keeping the defense off balance, getting this offensive line started. They got to have confidence the way they started this game. No pressure on Tom Brady so far.
You can see what they've done opening drives. They've scored on every opening drive of the second half. And again, 5 out of 8 on the first quarter opening drive, including 4 in a row. Blunt. Give him 3. Blunt with 5 carries and a catch here on this first possession. And the Giants exchange a little bit back and forth. Marcus Kuhn.
Well, JPP, we watched him. We saw him get double teamed one time. That's the guy, even though last week was his first game back from that hand injury, that's the guy that scares New England. We saw him double teamed, and they'll keep an extra blocker or a running back against him as much as they can.
Well, they empty out the backfield. Bolden at the bottom of the screen on 2nd and 7, and that was intended for Edelman. They'll face 3rd down for the 3rd time on this opening series.
Well, they move Edelman around so much, hard to stay up with him. Let's watch JPP this time. Another double team. 3-man rush, tough to get through there. Now, he learned a lot last week. Jason Pierre-Paul playing with the cast on his hand. Thought today he would be much better. Got a glove on that hand instead of a cast. Hoping he can use it more, especially rushing the passer.
The drive has lasted 6 minutes. From the 25, it's 3rd and 7. Brady again has to move the feet, now takes off, and he's got the first down. It's going to be his 2nd longest run of the season. And he lets the New York crowd know he's got the first down.
He's saving all these big runs for down in the scoring territory. We saw one a couple weeks ago, but might have been the difference in beating the New York Jets down to the 1-yard line. But he wants to go to Edelman. Look inside. He gets knocked down by Hosley. So Tom Brady, what a job. What blocking up front. Pulls it down and gets the first down.
That was a 10-yard run. He had the 11-yard run you referenced against the Jets, his longest of the season. And on first down, it's Blunt. Got a great block from Gronkowski.
Well, you got to know your personnel. Shaq Mason, where'd he play, Jim? Georgia Tech. Oh, you think he knows how to pull and block people on the move? Just solid contact allows Blunt, who himself is really a glorified pulley guard, runs up in there and always falls forward once he gets hit.
Yeah, big enough to be one. Gronkowski just took out Robert Ayers and really helped clear the way. So 1st and goal, and a flag is out.
12 men on the field. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. It's 1st down.
Ed Hockley, the referee today.
Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator, trying a lot of different things. So when you got a lot of different ways to try to stop an offense that's so multiple, you're going to have problems. And you can count the guys across. 4, 8, 12. Yeah. How about that? I divided it by 4 gyms and got it done.
They got Shaq Mason lined up as fullback. And he'll snap it at the 2. Barker's in the game as a tackle. It's Blunt. Straight ahead. Kuhn has him low, and a whole bunch of Giants have him around the shoulder pads. Got about a half yard.
Well, this crowd, it's a great crowd. You could feel the electricity here in the stadium before the game, and they're waiting for something to really cheer about. But the Patriots are methodical in the way they march down the field. And
well, they've had the football for over half the quarter now. Past 8 minutes long. They've had 5 plays that have gathered at least 10 yards or longer. 2nd and goal. Again, Mason lines up in the backfield. Brady, play action, looks to the back of the end zone, and there is his man Chandler for the touchdown. The former Buffalo Bill tight end, Scott Chandler, with his 2nd touchdown catch of the year.
First, so much of this is just Tom Brady knowing the plays. He's done it so much. Here goes Gronkowski back in the end zone. They do this a lot. And watch it, the original Gronkowski going across first. He's covered. Brady falls back, throws it off his back foot, and hits Chandler for the touchdown. And Tom Brady's probably thrown about 25 touchdowns in his career on that exact play.
Well, he's already thrown for the season now 23 with that one. He had 5 completions to 5 different receivers, and Gostowski adds the extra point. How about 8 minutes and 20 seconds? Right down the field to the end zone to Chandler. Well, there are the final numbers on the 14-play touchdown drive, over 8 minutes long. I'm going to play the real numbers, though. You've got the Giants are last in the league defensively, give up more yardage than anyone, and you might have the best single unit in the game in the New England offense, but you give them the football first, and you're right away down 7.
Something you have to question. What you do, Jim, you cheat yourself out of maybe one extra possession by kicking off of the game. I'm a big believer now, take the football.
Yeah, but in this situation, you think that's the right thing to do, is to let New England, with all that information you have
During the return, holding by the receiving team, number 26. Let's enforce half the distance to the goal. The Giants keep the ball, 1st down.
You know, the success they have with opening drives and all of that, 35 points a game.
The last thing I want to see is Tom Brady on the field. Is that answered?
Yeah.
Okay.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by the all-new 2016 Honda Civic.
From the Bronx Zoo to MetLife Stadium, and the Giants' first snap of the game off the special teams penalty at the 9, with Jennings getting the carry for about 4. Eli Manning became the Giants' all-time winningest quarterback with his 96th win as a starter last week down at Tampa. Philly was in a tie with you going into that one.
I don't think there was ever any doubt he's going to pass me, but he loves this new system where he can catch the ball, get rid of it quickly. He's been accurate with the football. Let's see how New England plays this quick passing game of the Giants.
It's resulted in his highest completion percentage of his career, and down he goes. It's Beckham getting loose, and he's going to take it the distance. 87 yards.
Well, the Giants said we want to get this football down the field, top of the screen, the best cover corner for the Patriots, Malcolm Butler. And then what happens, even though they were in a defense to stop that play from being big, the safety, I think it was McCourty, too aggressive, got outside, and Beckham comes underneath it.
Beckham, in his first appearance against the Patriots, gives him a little sampling of his talents. Second snap for New York. They strike big right between Butler and McCourty. Career long here in his second year. He's posted crazy numbers. This is his longest reception ever in the 2 years. Never miss a moment of football action with the CBS Sports app. Every play and score, every game, and every highlight right as they happen. Download the CBS Sports app now at cbssports.com/mobile.
Well, single coverage on Odell Beckham Jr. Might have to rethink that. Malcolm Butler was close, but Devin McCourty, the safety, just got out of position and gave him the big play.
You're looking at Coach Belichick on his tablet. That was the longest pass play ever allowed by New England during Belichick's time. Amendola out to about the 20. I was watching during pregame warm-ups. Beckham sought out Belichick, went over and shook his hand. And now he just shook up this crowd as they've answered the Patriots' opening touchdown with an electrifying 87-yarder.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx. How the holidays arrive. And by Zales. Declare your love with gifts from Zales, the Diamond Store.
Yeah, some shrimp on the Barbie here at MetLife in the tailgating today on a beautiful day. High 50s, clear skies. Breezes should not be a factor. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms, Tracy Wolfson on site after the 8-minute and 20-second drive by the Patriots. 14 plays. The Giants respond in 2 plays. That was intended for Bolden. Let's go down to Tracy.
Thanks, Jim. You mentioned that specially made glove that JPP wore during practice and to start this game. Well, after that last drive, he went into the locker room. He just felt more comfortable with that bandage-like glove on that right hand. So he's out here. He's not in pain at all, but it looks like he will go with that bandage for the rest of this game, Jim.
Okay, so back last week. Thank you, Tracy. Had a couple of quarterback hits in his return game. Only 4 months since the accident over the 4th of July with the firecrackers. Fireworks. Here's a 2nd and 10, and that pass was intended for Amendola. We're going to get some more update information from our guys in New York. Take it away.
Peyton's got it done.
And here it is, the record-breaking pass, all-time passing yards leader. It's going to be Peyton Manning to Ronnie Hillman, 4 yards, and there it is. Breaks Brett Favre's record of 71,838, and it's counting.
Back to Jim Nantz.
Thank you, JB. Coach. 3rd and 10. MetLife has come to life. Here's the throw to Amendola, and the Giants are there to cover it up.
They love screens on 3rd and long, the New England Patriots. But I got to think, Jim, today they're doing this just to protect this offensive line. And how do you stop a screen? It's where you rush the passer, turn, make the screen catcher take one step one way or the other, and you got to chase it down from behind. Giants did a good job that time.
Ryan Allen with the dangerous Dwayne Harris back deep. And it's a good punt. He has to step back to the 20. 10 yards before there's contact, make it an 11-yard run back. We've got a flag down near midfield. It was a 57-yard punt. Slater shaken up, the 4-time Pro Bowl special teamer. Such an unsung hero on this Patriot squad. He gets the Pro Bowl recognition, but when people talk about the team Yeah, you put him on your board as a wide receiver every once in a while. They'll try to throw a deep ball his way, but he comes out here and just makes plays in the special teams.
Well, during the return, illegal block in the back by the receiving team, number 46. That's a 10-yard penalty. The Giants will keep the ball after enforcement. First down.
So 2 special teams plays and 2 penalties against the Giants. That one on James Morris. Giants break huddle. Rookie left tackle Eric Flowers, 9th selection overall out of Miami, and Beckham already starring here with that 87-yard catch and run. Drop back for Eli, and that pass, he was trying to get back to Odell Jr. Now this Patriot defense, Chandler Jones with 9.5 sacks. He has more sacks than the entire Giant defense combined. Freeney coming in as Collins is inactive today. Still with an illness, unable to play. Butler and Beckham. That's a matchup we expect to see a lot of. They're at the top of the screen right now on 2nd and 10.
118.
Jennings for just one. Hightower has the stop. Let's go back for an update. New York.
Hey, Jim, we're calling the same play we did the first time.
Here's to Kendrick West now. He scores from 4 yards out. This comes after a Peyton Manning interception. And on the following series,
yep.
There it is right there. The 4-yard pass to Ronnie Holman to break Brett Favre's record for all-time passing yards leader.
So we know Jim Nance has a photographic memory. He wanted to see that. Back to Jim Nance.
Absolutely. Peyton and the Broncos, though, down in that one 10-0 now is the score. Here's a 3rd and 9. Thank you, JB and Coach. Manning's pass is caught by Will Tye. They're going to mark him about a foot shy of the first. Freeney was on him and pushed him back. They're without their starting tight end Larry Donnell today. He's out with a neck injury. So Will Tye is going to see all the action at that position, most of it anyway.
Well, the good thing there was the tackle. Eli Manning went to the right guy, and you talk about Will Tye. You saw how big he is. They would like to give him more opportunities today than they usually do.
Yeah, he's a rookie out of Stony Brook. Wing, left-footed booter, and he's a good one. He's got the fair catch. Demanded at the other end by Amendola. 41-yard punt. 7's on the board here in the first quarter. Thursday night football. Your weekend starts with the AFC South matchup between the Titans and the Jaguars. Thursday night football only on NFL Network. Jacksonville hosting, and the Jags coming off a last-second winning kick today at Baltimore.
Yep, incredible finish for him. Finally, you know, the Jaguars, they've let so many leads slip away. They got a big break and took advantage of it today.
It's Blunt. Early contact by Brinkley helped hold him to only a 3-yard gain. Now we're seeing a lot of Blunt. Dion Lewis, he's out for the year. What a boost he was to this offense.
Oh, yes. Everything.
Quick as anybody we'd seen in the league. They're down to 3 running backs now. Blunt, Bolden, and James White.
Well, the thing about the Patriots, we've already talked about it. They got so many ways they can adjust. Tom Brady's been in the same offense for 16 years, and they can morph into anything, like I've said many times. A power offense, a finesse offense, but most of all, it's confusing.
Gronkowski at the bottom of the screen. 2nd and 7. And that's Amendola with the catch. And knocked down immediately by Kennard. Gain of 4 to be 3rd and short.
I had this coach once, you know, I think you know who I'm talking about. Sometimes he got angry on the sidelines. He goes, you can't be everything. You got to choose what you're going to be. And my point about the Patriots offense, they are really the only team in the league, or the most diversified in the league. They can do everything.
Well, that coach that you spoke of, these 2 head coaches today, both understudies to Bill Parcells, on the staff together here for several years. Coughlin and Belichick. 3rd and 3. As Brady from the middle of the pocket has Edelman, who's able to get away from Dahl, and then driven into the ground by Brinkley.
Good job by Tom Brady standing in the pocket. That's what I noticed first. Watch Jason Pierre-Paul against Cameron Fleming, and Tom Brady could see the opening of the field. He wasn't reading Edelman. He knew he was going to come across. He was looking at the space and let him right in there for the big game.
30-yard pass play that was. And on first down, up and over the top. And that was Chandler they were going back to. He's looking around, but there's no flag. Craig Dahl, one of those with the hit on the tight end.
They love these plays. Tight ends to the backside of the wide receivers. It was 2 tight ends that time, Chandler and Williams, and they like sending that inside one right up the seam like that. The Giants, they were ready for it and defended it. They created that play, the Patriots did. Now everybody in the league tries it, but all you need is 2 good tight ends and Tom Brady, a quarterback. Tough to duplicate it.
Second down and 10 from the Giants 32. And a timeout called by Brady. Minute to go here in the first quarter. An exciting start to this one. Tomorrow on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, don't miss Bill Maher, plus Medal of Honor winner Captain Florent Groberg, who you saw during the pregame activities here today. All new tomorrow. Colbert, only CBS. Bolden is the back, second down and 10. Edelman's third catch will set up third and about 4.
Well, so far, the little short passes that New England has thrown, the Giants have done a pretty good job against the short ones. And that was the big coaching point. When they throw it short, we need everybody running at the receiver because, Jim, you know, the Patriots lead the league, or, you know, I don't know if it's official, catching the ball short and making big plays out of it.
They send Gronkowski to the far right. He has not been targeted so far in this game. He's got Rogers Cromartie on him. Third and 4. White is the running back. Brady's throw. Back to Edelman. And another first down.
Well, it's really hard. It's impossible to fool Tom Brady. It is. Here we come. Here comes the blitz. Tevin Wade. So he comes off of Edelman. Tom Brady, oh, let me just relax here. Sit back. Put it right on the money. A good try at a disguise by the Giants defense. But it didn't work, and Edelman limping off the field.
Patriots may not run another play in this quarter. By the way, by scoring that touchdown, scoring in this quarter, that is now 32 consecutive quarters they have scored points. That sets an all-time NFL record. They had shared it with one of Peyton's teams back in 2005 and the greatest show on turf, the Rams,
so you're telling
of
me they're good.
yesteryear.
Is that what you're saying?
And they're driving again.
There we go.
Edelman was injured on that 12-yard pass play, the last play of the first quarter, and watch as Brinkley falls on his right ankle, and immediately Julian started to kind of reach down in that area, and as he approached the bench, he slammed his helmet down in frustration. Taking the shoe off now of his left ankle.
Yes, his left. It looked like it got caught in the ground and twisted.
And that's a handoff to Blunt to open up quarter number 2. With Edelman, you always think he's going to come back. This guy is as tough as they come, but slamming down a helmet and being treated as the Patriots march on here. 2nd and 8. Gronkowski wide to the left.
One thing so far, every time Gronkowski goes outside, the Giants being smart, putting the defensive back on him.
Brady's looking his way, goes underneath to Gronkowski. His first catch, a gain of 4.
Excellent job by J-Ron Hosley. It's a little pick play to the outside. He sees it coming and gets underneath and stops it short. Amendola's going out. Gronkowski comes under. Excellent job.
So it's a 3rd and 4 inside the 10. Mark it at the 8. You see Brady with 19 red zone touchdown passes this season. One of those coming in the first quarter today. With pressure, he's taken down at the 13. Only the 10th sack of the season by the Giants.
Here comes the blitz, but really what it is, it's the pressure that Tom Brady feels is going to come up the middle. Cullen Jenkins and Pierre Paul, number 90, on the outside. Good stand by the Giants. That's their chance. It's not really to beat them with speed today, Jim. It's to push the pocket. Quarterbacks hate when everybody's around their feet trying to throw the football.
31 yards for Gostowski, who has not missed the entire season. A field goal, he's now 20 for 20, or a PAT, making all 32 of those. So the Giants shut him down inside the 10. Patriots get the field goal. Today's Next Gen Stats presented by Esurance, auto and home insurance for the modern world. We saw Matthew Slater shaken up on some punt coverage a little earlier, but he's right back out there. It was a shoulder, but he's able to continue to play. But Edelman, meanwhile, is headed to the locker room. Offense so injury-riddled on the offensive line, having already lost Dion Lewis, as we mentioned, for the season a week ago. They can't afford to lose Edelman. Let's take a look at Next Gen Stats presented by Esurance. And let's talk about Rob Gronkowski, where he lines up. So far today, targeted once on that last trip, 4-yard catch. What do you see here, Phil?
Well, I see when he lines up. It's first off, what I see, targets the reception, a high percentage of completions when they throw it to Gronkowski. But when he plays the tight end position, why is it so good at that when he's there? Because he's going against linebackers, safeties, and he has more field to work with. Almost impossible to stop in that situation. The
former Patriot Shane Vereen lined up on the left side on a wing for Manning and the Giants. And a try to get it over to Vereen, who was covered up by Chung. Tomorrow, Supergirl takes flight in a new episode of the hit drama. It's at 8/7 Central. Only CBS America's #1 network.
Well, you got to know, Tom Coughlin, an aggressive coach, looks for big plays, loves it, wants his football team to throw it down the field more. I thought Patrick Chung got away with the illegal contact down the field that time against Shane Vereen.
Vereen slides over into a slot on the right side, 2nd and 10. Vereen tried to stab it with one hand. It almost didn't look as if he was sure it was intended for him.
Well, the Giants have used him very well this year, Shane Vereen. Eli Manning has never really had a running back, as he says it, where they can just put him out as a wide receiver out of the backfield, and he can beat just about any kind of coverage.
3rd and 10. Trying to prevent a second straight 3 and out, the Giants offense. Here's Eli finding an open man for the first down. It's Harris. Needed 10, got 10.
Good movement by Eli Manning, getting out of the pocket. It allows Dwayne Harris to come all the way across the field. And he beats Justin Coleman that time on the coverage.
Second first down of the game for the Giants. Give it to Vereen. He was being patient, but nothing ever opened up. Only one. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, Jim, you saw Julian Edelman being taken into the locker room. They are calling it a left foot injury. He is questionable to return right now.
Okay. You thought when you saw Edelman slam down his helmet, that was telling.
It's not a good sign. Usually the player knows, so I'm sure right now everybody Edelman included. Hope he was wrong on his initial diagnosis.
2nd and 9. It's Barine, and he's going to have the first down. Freeney caught up to him, but not until he picks up 11.
If you're going to play tight man-to-man coverage, then you got to know you're going to have a linebacker sometimes against Shane Vereen. I would think the Giants, the top 2 threats, the Patriots, the top 2 threats they're worried about, Odell Beckham Jr. and Shane Vereen are the 2 top on their priority list.
1st and 10. And underneath they go to Harris. He's able to slip away and go right up the middle and into New England territory for a gain of 12. He got away from Freeney.
This New England defense, they can get to the quarterback in a lot of different ways. Tough to get to Eli Manning today because, one, Ben McAdoo has installed what? A very quick passing game. Eli Manning reads it quick, gets rid of the football.
That's Barine for 3. Yeah, this whole McAdoo system, get the ball out fast. Eli loves it.
Of course he does. It's a quarterback, as he said, we hear it all the time, the term, a quarterback-friendly offense, lots of completions. I think sometimes the detriment of it is that you get so used to throwing it underneath, can you still be good at throwing it down the field when you need that big play?
That's Andre Williams with his first carry, actually 2nd carry of the game, for no gain this time. These 2 quarterbacks, and then Brady with the win. That closed out the regular season back in 07, December 29th. That was that thrilling 38-35 game, only to meet up a few weeks later in Arizona with the Giants winning it. And then winning at New England in 2011, ending the Patriots' 20-game home win streak. And then, of course, in Indianapolis a couple of months later that same season, Giants again. 1-on-1, trying to take advantage of it, and the catch is made by Miles White. Only his 3rd catch of the entire season. Goes for 28.
Well, it's against a rookie on that side, Justin Coleman. And I swear it's Odell Beckham Jr. went by Eli Manning. He said something to him, and Odell Beckham Jr. was wide open going across the middle. But Eli Manning said, nope. Right before the ball snapped, he liked the matchup and took advantage of it.
Beckham at the bottom of the screen, Butler on him. Pressure, and down goes Manning with the football coming out. Ninkovich is sure his side has it. He already heads to the sideline. Recovery. New England knocked out of Manning's hand by Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones 1-on-1, 9.5 sacks this year. Took advantage of it. Eli Manning looked for that second receiver. Causes a fumble.
Justin Coleman with the recovery.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Citizen Echo Drive. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. Auto Trader. Life happens one car search at a time. And by Ameriprise Financial. When you have the right financial advisor, life can be brilliant.
This red zone takeaway by the Patriots ends the longest drought in the league by any team without coming up with a takeaway in the red zone. That had been 59 opponent possessions. And the ball is tipped and dangerously in the air for a moment. Well, Pierre-Paul, we sat down with him yesterday. He talked openly about the accident over the 4th of July. He told us he didn't feel anything. He wasn't even in shock.
Yeah. I think what was interesting, too, look, he says, I thought his first game against Tampa was really good for the situation he came in, Jim. He's on the field. He's got a presence. He says, just give me a little time. I'll get back to where I was.
Blunt. And grabbed low by Casillas. Gain of 2. You know, it was amazing to hear Pierre-Paul talk about what he's overcome in the 4 months, the rehabbing every day just so that some of the things away from football, buttoning a shirt,
right,
etc., how that has changed and how he's starting to get accustomed to a new way.
Well, his faith was always there. Said he would always knew he would come back. But let me just say this. We talked about it earlier. No Dion Lewis, no Julian Edelman. Man, this can make a defense get brave now. Less targets that you have to worry about.
3rd and 8. And open, Gronkowski. Flag is thrown in the secondary as he runs through a couple of Giants. One anyway, picks up 20.
Had him on the move. We'll see if that's against Gronkowski.
Pass interference, offense number 87. It was a push-off. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 3rd down.
Well, they moved Gronkowski this time inside, not having success
Half
outside.
a distance to the goal.
You saw the push. That was down the field. Tevin Wade had position. You just can't knock him out of the way, is what Gronkowski did.
First penalty of the game against New England.
Yeah, you got a re-shifted offensive line all over the place. Worried about that. You lost Julian Edelman.
Aaron Dobson has come in for the Patriot receiving corps. 3rd and 17. It's White. And again, it's Wade in on this play. Gain of 5, 4th and 12.
Good job by the Giants. I really do believe Steve Spagnuolo, this defensive coordinator, can change some of the thought processes he had before this game. Well, they were going to double team Julian Edelman sometimes. Him out.
There's Ryan Allen. Didn't catch all of that one, but gets the big hop and fielded over the shoulder by Harris. But the Giants will like this starting point, their own 46.
Patriots football team 16-0.
The New York Giants have knocked off the New England Patriots to the end zone. Touchdown Giants! Jake Ballard, and the ball game's over, and the Giants have won Super Bowl 46.
With all these pass plays Coughlin's crew comes up with against Belichick. And got another one today, the longest pass play ever given up by
it's unbelievable.
A Belichick team at New England, the 87-yarder.
Well, look, it is special, I think, when these two go against each other because they coach together with the Giants.
Easy.
It's almost like you want to beat your friend sometimes more than you do anybody else.
Giants have Darkwa in at tailback. And the second-year running back out of Tulane gets it to midfield. Tonight, Scott Pelley reports from Paris on the terrorist attacks, plus how the NFL is changing the game to better protect the players. That's 60 minutes tonight.
Odell Beckham Jr. moving around, going from one side of formation to the other. Ben McAdoo, the offensive coordinator, said, we're putting a lot on him this week. A lot of different positions, a lot of movement.
Second and 7. That's Will Tye trying to fight for the first down. He's within a yard. It'll be 3rd and less than 1. There is Ben McAdoo.
Well, Ben McAdoo, Jim, was hired for one reason, to get Eli Manning to be a more efficient quarterback. I'd say the job's been accomplished in a year and a half.
3rd down.
He brought that along with him too. Aaron Rodgers with the snap count. Tries to draw you off sides. Didn't work against the Patriots that time.
The pitch it to Darkwa. He's got the first. At the 41. He ran behind Will Tye, the tight end.
Well, you know, you talk about Darkwa, all of a sudden, you know, they got Rashad Jennings, Andre Williams, Shane Vereen, and then Darkwa comes in. Why? Because he was doing it in practice, showing how hard he was doing it, and they put him in the game, and he took advantage of his opportunity by getting tough yards.
First down, running play. That's Darkwa. There actually was contact in the backfield. Would have been a loss, but able to shake it off away from Hightower.
Wow,
and gain 4.
And I'm gonna tell you what, everything we just said came to fruition there. Hightower is a big linebacker, and he's gotten so good at doing something like that, shooting up through the middle, trying to make plays against the pass. That time he almost got the tackle for a loss.
2nd and 6. Play action. And open. Manning completes it to Cunningham, the backup tight end, with just his 4th catch of the season. So they've gotten Cunningham into the action, and they've got Miles White with a big catch as well in this game.
Yeah, they're kind of going that, hey, look, they know what the Patriots love to do, so who do they throwing the football to? There's Cunningham. They've thrown it to Will Tye.
First down run by Darkwa for 2.
And White, so kind of reminds you of what the Patriots try to do. Get some matches that you like.
Yeah, throwing it to guys you don't expect.
Don't expect, that's it.
Between Tye and Cunningham and White.
Why do you want to keep throwing against the best cover guys of the Patriots when you can choose linebackers or reserve defensive backs?
Meanwhile, Randall hasn't been targeted. There's a pass down at the 2 in the direction of Harris. Harris is being utilized a lot more here in the passing game than he was in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, he's done a great job in the return game, and he's shown everybody that he can be a good receiver. That time covered one-on-one across the field by Justin Coleman. He had a half a step, but Eli Manning did the right thing, careful with the football, and was hoping Harris could just make a really fine catch.
Here's Vereen coming back to flank the quarterback on 3rd and 8. Just inside the red zone. Pocket seal, Manning over the top to the end zone, and incomplete. That was Miles White begging for a flag and not receiving it. Coleman, who had the fumble recovery, gets the help with the breakup here.
Yeah, gets behind him. Well, why there was no flag, Jim? There was contact, but you always have to look. Does the defensive back, he was looking for the football. He has every right to go for it too, and I think that's why they held the flag.
Josh Brown is out for a field goal attempt. Like Gostowski, he has not missed a field goal this season. They both came into the game 19 of 19. Gostowski's already hit one, and this to match it. It's good. From 37 yards out. Josh Brown ties it.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. Make the right call. Drink responsibly. And by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
Tom Brady and the Patriots. 8 yards of offense in this second quarter after 137 in the first. Really burning up most of the clock with the opening drive that led to a touchdown. Amendola tries to cut it outside and out of room there, shy of the 20. On Saturday, November 7th, the Patriots partnered with Make-A-Wish to make the dreams of 11 children come true. The kids had a chance to meet with Tom Brady, as well as Rob Gronkowski, Jimmy Garoppolo, and had a chance to play football with them and other Patriots players. Okay, Brady for this game, 11 out of 16, 99 yards and a touchdown pass to Scott Chandler. He finds Amendola on the ground for a pickup of 8.
Well, that was a nice throw, and Tom Brady, knowing when you go against number 41, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, you got to be careful. He read the quarterback, but Tom Brady saw it, threw it hard, low, where Rodgers-Cromartie could not make that interception.
4 catches for Amendola. And again, Edelman has not come out since being taken to the locker room. That's blocked. Giants plug up the middle. It'll be 3rd and a long one. What are you seeing out of this Giants defense that entered the week last in the league?
Well, you know, I think, Jim, they're gaining confidence in the matchups that they're feeling and playing against on the offensive line. Their defensive line's holding up pretty well. But we can't overstate the fact that Julian Edelman is not in there. That takes away 2 cover guys, or an extra cover guy that would be on him that now can be put somewhere else.
3rd and 1. They're going to throw for it. And a pass caught by Gronkowski. Nice grab by Gronk. And a gain of 12.
Really good job by Tom Brady. They've really never done this a lot to wide receivers, but they do it to Gronkowski because he does go deep, runs a lot of double moves.
So we're going to reach the 2-minute warning for Gronkowski's 2nd catch in the game. 10-10. We're back at MetLife Stadium for the 2nd time this week after witnessing the Bills win over the Jets on Thursday night. Coming out of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah,
enjoying our digs here at MetLife. Here's Brady on 1st down. Goes for another option. It's Amendola. And he is tossed down by Rogers Cromartie.
You know, it's good to come here to the stadium now and have people say hi to me and saying all the other stuff they used to say when I was playing. That's why I was smiling when you were on camera. We'd be like, hey, Phil, we don't remember when you played, but we heard you were okay. Yes, whatever.
You always got a big ovation here at home, didn't you?
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's a nice shot. Thank you.
2nd and 3. Over to LaFell. What a nice knockdown that time by Hosley.
Well, Hosley in there playing for Prince Amukamara, and he is having a fine game today. Tom Brady was under pressure, had to anticipate the throw, and that is textbook how to do it. Left arm in front, right arm behind. Giants very happy with the way he's come in and taken over the spot by a former #1 draft pick who's out with an injury.
Minute 22 to go in the half. Timeout called by the Patriots, leaving them with 1. Meanwhile, the Giants still have their full load of 3. Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cowher. All the latest scores and highlights and analysis of today's game, all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. They'll update you on Minnesota and Oakland. Kansas City having its way with Denver out in the Mile High City at the moment. I'll update you on that as well.
One thing I've noticed from this Giants secondary, and it's, you know, like you've said, noted many times, it's been a rough year for this Giants defense, but their coverage today, and they're playing man-to-man almost every snap. It's been good. Tom Brady having a hard time going down the field, making a big play.
Dahl on Gronkowski. That matchup at the top. 3rd and 3. They hit Gronkowski to pick up a first on the last 3rd down occasion, and they go back to him, and Dahl reaches in and knocks it out of his hand. A flag's at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it was movement by the Patriots.
Yeah, Brady understands that as well.
Illegal motion, offense number 80 is moving toward the line of scrimmage at the snap. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Watch Amendola, number 80, faking like he's going to go across the field. Now he's gaining ground, and that's illegal.
Gronkowski, for a moment, looked like
Boy, he just
had a step on Dahl, but Dahl recovered and knocked it out of his hands. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yep. When he raised his hand, Dahl ripped his hands through it.
We got another flag down back at the line of scrimmage as Harris is shoved out of bounds at the 16, but we'll check this flag. It was on 4th and 3. And again, it's against New England. So the Giants have the timeouts to work with here, all 3.
Holding by the kicking team, number 38. A 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the punt return. First down.
And if they have a chance to do a little business here before the half, remember they also will be receiving the second half kickoff after deferring at the start. Coming up again, the Verizon halftime report back at the broadcast center. How about that suit today by Bart Scott? Looks like the Jets uniforms from Thursday night.
And you know what? I can't even comment on it. He walked, just think, he got up this morning, looked in the mirror and said, man, this is awesome. So, the eyes of the beholder, he can pull it off. You could maybe. I know I couldn't.
I've heard of the green jacket. I don't know about the green suit.
That's what I thought was coming. That's right. They gave you the pants to go along with that Masters jacket.
First down, New York from the 26. And they're going long for Randall. And Randall pulls it down. Took it away from Logan Ryan. And the Giants have it at the New England 43, 31-yard pass play.
Do we see the pattern here? This is what's going to happen. If you're going to get near the line of scrimmage and play tight, very nice move at the line of scrimmage by Randall. And Tom Coughlin sat in front of us yesterday and goes, Ruben Randall, man, you know, he's almost completely healthy. He wanted big plays down the field. And what does he do? He's a big receiver, goes up and makes the contested catch.
Doing his best Mario Manningham impersonation.
That's right, against the Patriots.
In Indianapolis, Super Bowl 46. So timeout by the Giants leaves them with 2 and exactly a minute to go.
Every receiving corps needs that receiver like Ruben Randall, who makes those kind of catches on the sideline, over the middle, wherever, where you use your size, your body to take advantage of a smaller defensive back.
Eli is over 200 yards passing in this first half. And looking to go up top again and long. It's going to be out of bounds. As Butler had complete coverage on that one. Intended for Beckham. Oh, we were talking about the throw and catch to number 82, Mario Manningham, to set up the Giants' winning touchdown. It was the first play of the game-winning drive back 4 seasons ago. 2nd and 10. Oh, and dropping it in the open field was Ty.
Big drop in many ways. Puts him in good position. You want to at least, no matter what, Jim, get a little closer so you can get a field goal. And look at, he could turn that corner, and it's just him and McCourty and nobody else on the defensive side.
Probably would have had a first again, seeing all this action with Larry Donnell out with that neck injury. Third and 10. That picks up the first. Dwayne Harris. They say he was stopped inbounds, so the clock will run.
Inside, you see Chandler Jones trying to find a spot. Went against the center that time. Weston Richburg couldn't get to the quarterback. Eli Manning really getting outstanding pass protection.
Timeout Giants, that's their second. It's a 30-second timeout.
Coughlin probably not happy that they said that he was not out of bounds, that they ruled him down just before he was shoved out. It blew the whistle, they said, so forces the Giants to take the timeout.
Well, good job by them recognizing it. It was a good call on the field. There's Tom's going to in the slot.
See, catches about 4 or 5 yards in.
Forward progress to start. He was driving him backwards, and when you do that, that is play is over. Clock's going to keep running.
1 timeout for New York. From here, it'd be about a 50-yard field goal, but they had bigger ideas. Down the middle, wide open. Down to the 10, to the 5, and stopped just a foot shy of the end zone is Will Tye. He held on to it this time and knocked down a couple of defenders to pick up 31.
Best throw of the day by Eli Manning in this game, probably by either team. He put that between defenders. The Patriots rush 3, 8 in the secondary, and he sees Patrick Chung come forward and throws it right behind him to tie.
Well, the Giants have just used their last time out, and they'll have a chance to get another look at this. Of course, we're inside 2 minutes. That's awfully close. There's the knee. That's going to be the right call.
Yep, really good call.
Yep.
But it's first down, plenty of time for the Giants.
No booth review necessary here. No timeouts, 22 seconds. They'll bring in a fullback, Nikita Whitlock. Rashad Jennings is the running back.
They can run it here. They don't have to throw it every time. If they don't get another run, they just got to hurry back and get in formation.
Well, with pressure, gets it away, and just a little too steep for Will Tye, who was all alone in the end zone. Nate Ebner forced that high throw as he was blitzing from his safety position.
Comes across almost the same play that the New England Patriots ran, but it's really the other way that we saw Tom Brady throw a touchdown on. The pressure, Ebner made Eli throw it high.
Now they go to the gun. Timeout called by the New England defense.
It just happened so fast off the edge that Nate Ebner got there so quick. Eli Manning, when you know you're going to get hit as a quarterback and you're going to throw that type of pass, you can just imagine the adrenaline that goes through your body real quick, and that's why you overthrow some of those types.
They brought in Shane Vereen. The Giants have. Now down to 18 seconds to go. Again, all the timeouts have been spent.
You could still run it if you had a third down run or pass play call, but I don't think they will. But it would be tight and risky, especially against a big defensive front.
Beckham to the right side. McCourty on him. To Harris. Did he get the feet down? First thought was no, but they're conferencing. Touchdown, New York.
Well, what do? Tight coverage. Go to the inside receiver. Did he drag the left foot? Looks like he did to me. Eli Manning knew before the football was, oh yeah, there you go, great shot.
Dwayne Harris with his 4th touchdown reception of the season, plus he had that 100-yard kick return that defeated Dallas a few weeks back. Touchdown is confirmed.
No, you just never saw him down in Dallas getting a chance to catch the football. And the Giants, out of necessity, started using him.
Extra point is good.
Well, Eli Manning knows what he's going to do. Dwayne Harris, we know he has great hands. He has all that room to work with. So
Justin Coleman fell down.
Yeah, he was trying to be too aggressive. He was so aggressive, expecting a really quick throw, that once Harris went to the back of the end zone, that's why he fell. Well, look.
Eli Manning with 2 touchdown passes and 251 yards passing.
Oh, that's great. Well, this stadium, it's, we said before the game, you could feel it. The electricity. Look at the pass. Look at the wide receivers, 180 yards. The Giants, boy, you know, there's always hidden messages to us. We got to be aggressive. We're going down the field. And they've lived up to that in both. And not only are they going down the field, they're making the catches.
It's the most yards that Eli's thrown for in a first half in regular season action in his career. Again, 251. He did have 274 back in 2011. That Super Bowl winning year at Green Bay at 274. But best for a regular season in the first half for Eli coming here today. And remember, just 9 seconds to go in the second half. Kickoff will be coming back to the Giants.
12-20, the 250 yards. It's like numbers you used to see a long time ago, Jim, when it seemed like every pass was going down the field 30, 35 years ago, 30, 20. Now it's an underneath passing game in the NFL, but not so far by the Giants today.
A 7-point lead by New York. It matches the Patriots' largest deficit of the season. What has been an undefeated season to this point. Into the first half with the score.